94.9 HOM, the best mix of the 80s, 90s, and today. It's AJ and Nikki in the morning, trying a fun little experiment here with video and a recap of one of our recent You Tell Us segments.
We talked about the words that people mispronounce just on an everyday basis, and we could do a whole show about just the words that I mispronounce. So I think I'm extremely tolerant, but for other people, it may drive them crazy when you say things like supposedly.
Oh,
that's supposedly.
That one drives me nuts.
Does it?
It does. It makes you sound like, say if you're at a job interview or something like that, and you use that word, I'm sure you're not going to get the job.
You think so?
It just makes you sound not very bright if you say supposedly, right? Or am I being too judgy? I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know if that would be the determinant. Maybe that and other things.
Yeah. Well, based on the number of calls that we got on this topic and the number
of Facebook comments.
Number of comments, over 100, 120 something. It looks like this type of thing drives a lot of other people nuts too.
Oh yeah.
Let's go through some examples here.
Library versus library. That
not
came
a good
up
one.
over and over again. Prescription versus subscription.
Yeah, that's just the wrong use of a word right there. That's a little weird.
Pacific versus specific. That came up several times.
Yeah, that is odd. Let's see, nuclear or nuclear?
Nuclear.
It is nuclear. That's the correct way to say it, right?
I hope so. That's the way I've been saying it.
Here's my favorite, I think, out of all of them. I have a great idea.
Yes. Idea versus idea. And then there's also ideal, which a lot of people use those two terms wrong. But that's not a mispronunciation. It's just that, they're using the terms incorrectly. There
are a few on this list that I think are regional. For example, I'm going to go park my car.
Yeah.
That's one that you will mostly find in New England. And I don't think that it's necessarily people are mispronouncing it. I think that that's just how they grew up, how everybody around them says car. It's like a Massachusetts thing, or maybe in New Hampshire a little bit, or Maine.
This is definitely regional. Aunt versus aunt. Both are correct.
Who knows
but
which
if you
one?
Grow up in the South, you grow up saying aunt.
Yeah. I think I've gone both ways. Aunt. I don't know.
I noticed that more people here up north say aunt versus aunt.
Another example of adding an R to the end of a word, people that say soda. I want to drink some soda.
Some soda?
Some soda. Soda.
I haven't heard anyone say that yet.
That's pretty odd. What else? Every time I look at this list, I find new ones that I didn't see the first time. For example, here's one. Grocery instead of grocery. How do you say that?
Grocery.
With a
I go grocery shopping.
See, I say grocery.
Do you really?
Grocery? I've always said it that way. That's wrong, huh? Okay.
Who am I to say it's wrong? I just say it one way. I just have always said grocery.
That reminds me of another one. Association. Association. I say association.
And I say association.
See, there's another one. I think I got that one wrong too. So.
Let me tell you one that I used to say, because I'm the type of person, if I mispronounce a word, I want to know, because I'd rather be embarrassed just that one time.
Yeah.
Versus having been embarrassed, over and over again. So when I was a teenager, I used to say, I've got the hiccups.
The hiccups.
I don't think I learned how to pronounce it correctly until I was in my late teens, maybe even early 20s.
That's kind of cute, actually.
Hiccups versus hiccups. So I was saying hiccups.
Maybe you should go back to saying hiccups. I kind of like that. Wow. Well, this is good. This is rather educational, with all these people that have come forward with their mispronunciations. Sometimes people just can't wrap their mouths around specific words. They physically can't say them, so they just kind of revert to something else. But this has opened my eyes, because now I know that there are some words that I've been mispronouncing all my life. So maybe I shouldn't be so judgy.
Yeah, I've always been tolerant because, like I said, I'm sure there are so many that I mispronounce.
Yeah.
One that I can think of right off the bat that I have to think about before I say is escape versus escape.
I
escaped from the asylum
and
versus escape. And then exit versus exit.
Exit.
You got to think about that one before you say it.
Bacon and exit.
Bacon and exit.
What about especially? Especially.
Especially?
Especially. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
We could go on and on about this.
We really could.
But really, we want you to weigh in. Head to our Facebook page. Find this post of the words that people mispronounce that drive you crazy. Leave a comment with an example that you found. It's a fun conversation.
It sure is.
Yeah. And also, don't forget to check out the HOM Morning Show weekday mornings, 5:30 to 10, right here on 94.9 HOM.
AJ and Nick.